Hey everybody. Welcome to stuff.
There's no data to load, though.
Yeah, no data to load, unfortunately.
Does that...
Language set to English. This setting can be changed in the options. So no data to load just means that we don't have a save file.
Yeah, right. So that makes this a new game. Yeah. Oh, there's the name of it. You can receive
all kinds of bonuses in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. For more information, please check the game manual. There is no game manual, by the way. I'm really annoyed by the fact that manuals just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, you used to get good clip art in those.
Yeah, I kind of miss that. Remember to take breaks now and then. Have a rest to recharge your batteries. That's something that has been at the front of all of the portable Monster Hunter games ever. So, Welcome to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. It's a very different monster from World, which is what we've been streaming for fucking ever now. I don't know, it's been a couple months or something. Maybe a month, but still. Welcome to Generations Ultimate. This
Cats
is
in the cutscene.
Technically it's 4th generation as opposed to World, which is 5th generation, but this game came out after World.
In America.
If you can believe it, like, in America. It is partially the fault of the localization team.
Did they just originally realize that there was no Monster Hunter on the Switch yet and decide that they needed a port for something?
No. So... The argument has always been... Oh yeah, by the way, Palicos are really OP in this game.
Nice.
The argument has always been with this particular game that the original 3DS game came out, which was... Well, okay, we'll say 3U came out, and then 4, and then 4U, and then Generations came out. When Generations came out, and I think I talked about this on stream at one point, but I'll talk about it here, Generations was supposed to be an homage to all of the Monster Hunter games up until that point, while the main team worked on World. And World was like a big fucking thing that they really wanted to push, so Generations was something that was just supposed to be like an aside. But they put so much effort into it that people actually liked the game and wanted to see more, so they were forced to do a second one, and they went, well, hold on, if we're going to do a second one, Nintendo has a console coming out, and we have like a workable version of that console, why don't we make a game for Switch? So they did a game, which was Generations Ultimate, which is this, that was on 3DS and also Switch. It was developed for Switch anyway. It came out for Switch a little bit after the 3DS version did.
Small interruption. Yes. Did we just see an incredibly anime-faced child amongst a bunch of regular-faced people?
So another thing about Monster Hunter Generations is that the game is way less realistic than World, because who cares?
No, but that one person's face is way different from everyone else's.
There's a lot of very anime people here.
Yeah, just... Okay, so he's like, no, for a Wyverian, I guess.
He's a Wyverian, yeah. That's a Wyverian, you can tell because they got pointed ears.
But then these other guys just look normally proportioned.
Yeah, so Monster Hunter, just the general original game prior to World, was more colorful. It's a lot more, like, blocky in the way that a lot of the stuff looks. It's more cartoony. People liked this, and honestly, I kind of prefer it over World. The art style is really over the top and not realistic at all.
You can tell
I
from this logo versus the one from World.
The logo's a pretty good one too, yeah. Basically, though, when this game originally came out on the 3DS, they announced it for Switch. It didn't come out for Switch. Eventually, they asked people, and Capcom did that thing where they opened their mouth and put their fucking foot in, and it turned into them literally just telling people, hey, we have no intent of making this game for the US. We're just not going to do it. We're too interested in doing World right now. And people got really pissed off. And then eventually they wound up releasing it, obviously. So this game wound up being a 4th generational game released after the 5th generation. That's all I'm going to say.
I love that pixel icon for face.
Yeah. So this game, it's a port of a 3DS game on the Switch. It's been enhanced, but not a huge amount. So you can see by the low poly body and
that's still not low poly.
The literal pixel everything on the left hand side there.
Yes, the HUD is pixel. That is not low poly though.
No,
it feels like it compared to World. Low poly is way lower than that.
Okay, well it's lower poly than other things. It was originally a 3DS game, but like I said, it's been enhanced. So do you want to go with male or female? This time around, I'm letting Megan create the character because for World, I was the one who made the character.
Yeah, but you're kind of going to be the one maining this character.
Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't matter to me what the character looks like. And if you want a good explanation, the guy that we have in World is currently in the new world, so we don't really need to worry about, you know, him being all the way back here.
Do these games happen concurrent with each other?
Let's pretend that they do.
Okay, so let's be a girl, just for variety, because then we'll see the girl armors. We've been seeing the boy armors in World.
Totally fair. The armor completely different between the two games, with the exception of classic armor, which is just pretty much similar but desaturized in World. Sorry, desaturated. In this game, you're going to see a lot more armor that, like I said, is over the top.
Okay,
so yeah,
good.
we'll be female though. That's fine. So this is a traditional Monster Hunter, which means that the face options are very limited. So you just have your face types.
So it's the eyes, nose, mouth, jawline are all the same.
Yeah.
Can you go a little slower?
Eyes are different. Eyes are different.
No, I mean they're all in one thing.
Oh yeah. All of them are connected, and if I remember correctly, there should be
piece.
I want to say 24. No, 18.
Okay. Let me look through them a little slower.
So here's your type 1.
Can I actually hold the controller for this
Okay.
if you're letting me choose?
Fair. Go.
All right, let's see. You look neutral. It's the same but a smile. Anime eyes.
Real anime.
Pout.
You know who that looks like, by the way? Go back to 4.
Wrong.
That's not how you do it. 4 looks a little bit like Lulu. What do you...
I pressed a button
Use
on
the
accident.
D-pad.
I am.
Okay.
I had my finger up and it was on the
well, then just don't
shoulder.
put your fingers on the shoulder at all.
Yeah, it was more sensitive
Wrap
than I
them around
expected.
the back of the controller.
Anyways.
Yeah, we're using a controller on the Switch, by the way. We
bought
got
one.
a little cheap one, and it's okay.
That's
some of these
almost the
faces,
handler's face.
A little, nah,
but
not
without
really.
the sickliness.
Yeah, because Handler kind of has like a really sickly feel to her face. Yeah, some of these faces are goofy, I know. You should see some of the men's faces, too. Like, we might, after we choose...
It doesn't let me rotate, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Where?
It should be L.
Oh,
there you go.
All right. I was assuming it was going to be R.
No.
Those are
not.
some long eyelashes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with that, I think.
Yeah,
it's funny,
no, that's
though.
fine.
Some of these eyebrows are a
Yeah.
little odd. Okay, this is the goth one.
Yeah, there's your goth face.
Let's see the last
That's an
two.
option. Yeah, those
Smug.
are your two.
So I'm going to decide either smug or goth.
It's totally your choice.
Well, then we're going goth.
Okay. Can I see this real fast?
All right.
So I just wanted to point out really quickly, because we're not going to see him otherwise. I just want to remember.
Did it not select?
No, you hit. I think you hit B instead. Because you got to hit and then pull back like that.
Okay.
But yeah, you just pulled back. So this is type 16. Remember 16. Because what I'm going to do really quickly is just show off the male faces really fast. And yes, it auto.
It's
completes
still
to the goth
got
male,
the dark lipstick.
Which is goth male is a little weirder. I don't like it because it like a lot of the male faces don't fit on the head, right?
Yeah, like that mouth is super small.
Oh shit. Yeah, default one does. Default one fits pretty okay. But you still got the gigantic neck on the little itty bitty chin line.
Yeah.
But some of the faces are pretty good. I'm not sure if you can tell, but that's the one that would have traditionally been like the character that we picked up in World.
Character.
That's basically what the face
He's
would have
just
looked
always
like.
angry.
Yeah, he's just always pissed off. There are other pissed off options. Some of them are grizzled old man,
Damn.
which is not an option in World. You kind of can't touch the age of the character quite as much.
There is an age slider. It's just not extreme.
It's not as good though, and it's not this extreme certainly.
Yeah.
Like this is a traditional face that's been in the game for a while, by the way. Like I think almost the first game had this, if I'm not mistaken. And then you get
Smug
things like
bro.
this and this one, and some other ones.
Samurai.
This is. I'm sorry. This is the one that would have been the traditional face for the World character. My bad. The eyebrows on type 3 threw me off because I was like, oh, that looks right, but it's like, no, this is the correct one. I always described it as being kind of like a Nobunaga face, and that's kind of what that feels like to me. It's just very angry samurai. Yep, and then you got some of the other ones. You've got blind swordsman. You've got the big guys who just look like they're gonna fuck shit up.
Holy
you got
shit, this guy
who's just smug as shit. And yeah, it's amazing.
Just come at me, bro.
This is honestly one of my favorite faces, and I never choose it, but I always look at it.
You
and
don't
go,
want
oh
to be that punchable.
Yeah. A lot of these faces are just very angry. And then you've got the last two, and they're like, yeah, that's fine. And anime.
Yeah.
Just really, really anime. Sorry. Okay, now we'll go back over to this one, and then we'll make sure that we have type 16 selected. Skin tone. You have
it's just a slider.
Huge choice.
You don't really get
You can go all
the
over the
subtleties.
place. No,
though.
Unfortunately, you do not.
That is not the color that the bar is on. Why is
No,
she that orange?
I don't know. Okay, so this is always kind of a really weird slider. It never works quite correct in Monster Hunter. Like their skin tones tend to be better than some other Japanese games.
Yeah, this is less green than some ultra dark skin tones in anime games.
But not as much as you'd think. Like it's not quite as nice. And yes, you can get a little lighter than this, but then you do hit orange at some point.
Yeah, it doesn't let you choose between the different red and yellow tones. It's just they're just like a fake gradient when those two things. It should be 4 axes instead of just 2.
You can get really dark in this game though if you want to.
Yeah, but it's a little bit shifted towards green. They do that.
It's
in
shifted
anime.
a little bit towards green for a couple of reasons. This game doesn't let you do it. You used to be able to pick the Wyverian skin tone, which is almost explicitly green. But you can't do it anymore, and it's really annoying. I don't know. Did you want to go really light for this, or do you want to go darker?
Why do you assume I wanted that?
Because you're doing golf stuff. I don't know.
Okay. Think
Okay,
about
ahead,
what
go
you're
ahead.
saying
okay,
here.
I'm sorry. You can hold L and R to make that go faster, by the way, if you want.
Oh.
If you hold down L and R, and yeah, there you go. It clicks.
Let me think here.
I don't like that as much. It doesn't feel right to me, but like, The clicking, I mean, like holding down L and R and then moving left and right, like.
I wish I could go a little bit lighter for this without going into the more orange.
The more orange, yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Like
this
game
but a
is
shift higher. So I'm gonna go with this.
Character creation in like your traditional Monster Hunters tend to be kind of like all over the place. They're very simplistic, but they're simplistic in ways where it's like, oh, like sometimes it's really cool and really easy to make a hunter, and then sometimes it's like, this is not a good idea. Like some of these features are not as great as they could be.
Okay, so I don't know why colors are listed as types and not just giving me a.
It should just be like a slider as well.
Yeah.
It's another thing that they do sometimes. You do big old creepy eyes. You could do green, purple, white.
I'm tempted to
black.
go with the white.
The white don't look as good in my opinion, but if you really want to, you can.
Let me
it's your
get
character.
another look. Can I take that again?
Take it again.
Yeah, you just keep switching through things really fast.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do it quickly.
Like, I want some contrast. Yeah, they're a little too bright.
Yeah, like I keep thinking they're a little too bright.
Like, I don't want to play a dark elf.
They're good if you want to play a very particular kind of character, but I would always urge against selecting like pure black or pure white eyes. They always feel so weird to me.
Cosmetic.
That's gonna be tattoos and things.
All right.
By the way.
That's
so if you want to put those in,
quaint.
they show up as white initially, but you can change the color.
I was hoping so.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, you can't move them anywhere on the face, though. Insofar as I'm aware,
anyway. Yeah. No. This one.
Okay.
And then Y to change the color.
Yep.
And the buttons have different names than on the Xbox controllers we've been using.
Yes,
for
they do. Which it gets a little bit confusing because we've been using the Xbox controller for World, and we're switching over to this, and it's just all over the goddamn place.
All right.
Good luck. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull this off because this is like you're going to want to. If you wanted brown, you're going to want to go orange. I'm not sure if you wanted that or not.
Let me do what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm testing some things.
I'm sorry. It's just it looked like you were sitting on brown, so I wanted to tell you it's to the left.
I'm not sitting on brown.
Okay.
Let's see.
Because like people forget, but if you've got like a whole palette for colors, if you want brown, it's under orange. I've had to.
I am an artist, dear.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying for other people's sake, people watching the video. Orange is where you find brown when you're looking at color palettes. I've had to tell people that I think twice in the last 3 weeks, and I'm not sure why that keeps coming up. But every time I'm watching somebody, they're like, "Oh, I need brown, where is it? I can't find it. And they're like checking under red, and I'm like, no, it's orange. Like, remember that these are details that are so small you're probably never going to see them.
Yeah, but you'd still let me do it, so
yeah, I know,
let me
I'm just
fucking
saying.
do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, voices.
Yep.
I guess I don't care as much about voices.
So, I feel like voices are one of the things that I like to go for last.
That's fine.
Because we can look at the characters better for stuff. Oh, I keep wanting to hit the other stick to spin the character. But voices are something that when the character is complete, I feel like it's better to go and check.
Yeah.
So here's the first one. Hair over one eye. That's pretty good for the face you've got going, but...
I mean, I want to see everything.
Obviously. That's the traditional
Goth
Hime
Hime would be an interesting take.
It's not super long, but it's long-ish. You can see the end of it down there.
Yeah, it's gonna clip through armor.
Cut.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Hime cuts are really nice, but only if they don't have bangs, I feel like. Like, if they have bangs, they get a little weird.
Yeah.
There's different kind of Hime cut.
It's just got a ponytail. That's
literally. Oh, sorry. Went the wrong way. There we go. There's this one. Which I think is one that you can actually get in every Monster Hunter, including World.
Yeah, I think it's in World.
The headband. Spiky anime headband. The same haircut without the headband.
Yeah, keep going.
Bigger version of it, yeah. This one. Ponytails are fine. This, which is actually a really nice haircut.
Yeah.
I actually like it. It's like super wavy, but not super messy. Like, sorry, all over the place.
Something about this one's always bothered me. You see this in anime
it doesn't
a lot.
work. It's a physically impossible haircut, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
At the level that it is, I don't think it's possible, because that is really outside the realm of like physics. And it's so jiggly in this one.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd bother with that.
It's got jello physics on it. No bangs at all. Higher ponytail. Really short.
I don't
That's
like
some
that
Casca
so
stuff there too. That one's weird. Kind of messy but short. Pigtails with headband.
I feel the headband's too busy on that one.
I feel like it is too. Meat buns with pigtails.
Yeah, I don't think that wouldn't work too well. That looks okay.
Just pigtails on their own.
Because the hairbands plus the headband in front is a little busy.
Thick ponytail. I guess. I don't know what to call that. Ink brush, maybe.
I don't know.
Really thick ponytail.
Oh shit, she's got little stripes in the front.
Yeah,
It was just barrettes.
Looks like they're just barrettes.
That
and
is
she's got a single braid going from the side of her head up through the ponytail.
That is very
well.
elaborate.
Yeah, this is some anime as fuck hairstyles.
Yeah.
This one.
Honestly, that works pretty good for like a 90s
okay.
goth.
Yeah. 3 ponytails.
Yep.
Long. Yeah, there's a braid on top.
Braid
this is
headband.
okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to describe that, but it's
I
not
don't
too
know what
bad.
you call those.
It's just generic long hair.
Yeah, that's the one I usually go with. But let's keep looking.
Little bit more Hime with the bangs going
I like how
on.
this looks with her makeup. Let's keep looking at the rest, but I'm going to remember 21 looks pretty good.
Yeah. Shorter. This is not bad, but it's super short hair.
I feel like I don't want to be able to see the outline of a person's skull this much.
Yeah, me too.
In general.
I forget which one of these is bald. It might be 30. I can't remember, but everybody gets a bald option. In
kind of a
Hunter.
weird little ponytail
there. It's a little weird. A lot of ringlets.
That is not how that should
work.
work.
Not how those work. 29 is just kind of bob cut.
This is nice, but
bit.
generic.
It's not too bad. And oh no, I guess the female hunters don't get bald.
Man, you should be allowed to be a bald
weird.
girl.
Yeah.
Give us the freedom.
And this weird pigtail thing going on.
Yeah. Go back to 21.
21.
Yeah, let's go with this.
Okay. And then if we hit Y, oh, that is not what I wanted. Hold on. I made the same mistake. There we go.
Yeah, because the buttons aren't quite the same.
So you get red.
Let me just take that, please.
Oh, okay, fine.
What?
No,
I know you want to keep grabbing the
fine.
controller, but you told me that I get to pick.
I know. You like the little seashells you got around your necklace, by the way?
Yeah, but they're not going to stay there. They're going to get covered up by armors.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't want the same color as my eye makeup, so let's try and shift more towards...
Towards darker colors, or... No, that's not too bad, actually. I think if you push it a little too far into blue, I think it kind of loses some of the...
The thing is, I can't go darker and less saturated at the same time without, like, ruining it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So let's see how that looks. I want to go darker, but I don't want it to be... let's move it a little closer to the eye makeup color.
Okay.
I like this.
Okay. You want to stick with it?
Yeah, let's stick with this.
Okay. And we'll stick with that.
I don't know who this character is. I just decided I liked the goth face and decided to go with it.
We'll check the different kinds of clothing in here. Really, clothing is just your underwear. If you're not wearing armor, this is what you look like. That's basically the best way to put it.
It's just never going to come up.
Yeah,
but it's important for the personality.
The first, I think, 2 in this game are always going to be the same. So 1 and 2 are the same, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and then I think 7 is unique or some stupid thing like that. So 1 and 2 are the same, just different colors, and you can change these colors obviously as well. 3 and 4 are going to be like the same thing but with a slightly higher neckline. 5 is all the way. Just completely
I actually like
covered.
how that one looks.
Yeah, they actually look okay, the ones that are just the big cover and everything leotards. And then 7 is this.
It's
I like
silly.
this one. This one's fine.
It's pleated shorts. That's not really a thing.
I don't remember how the colors work on this, so we're going to have to do like a little experiment on this real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not the one that I wanted. So I changed it to red, and okay, it works like Alpha Beta armor, where it's like inverted colors.
Let's see type 5.
Type 5.
And then let's change color.
Oops.
What?
Okay, apparently you can just immediately change gender doing that. That's interesting.
Weird.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna say try a really dark blue. Just to start.
Okay,
maybe I should
can do
take
that.
it.
No, I got this. This is fine.
Okay. A little more
saturated
towards green.
or okay.
Stay where you are for now. A little more towards green. A little more saturated. Saturated. You're going down.
Oh, other way. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's just straight up go into blue-green.
Okay.
Darker.
Sorry, darker. I thought you meant more green. About here?
Little more green. Like one nudge. One more. What do you think?
This is okay. I think the colors are fine.
Okay. I think this is good.
Okay. I did want to check just white really fast just to see what it looks like, but it's okay. White and black are both fine on this.
Well, yeah, but they're bland.
Yeah, just remember really quickly 21 for the hairstyle, because again, I'm curious. Yeah. So this is what the male version of this character looks like.
What's his eye makeup? It's like little wings.
Yeah, it's little wingtips. So for
wingtips
males,
are shoes.
Yeah, you know what I mean. For the male haircuts, they tend to be all over the goddamn place.
A lot of samurai stuff.
There's a lot of samurai stuff. Yeah,
it makes sense.
This weird faux mohawk thing.
It's a T-hawk, I think.
Yeah. A lot of pompadours. This is like one of 3 pomps in here, I'm pretty sure. Full on braided. He looks really evil, by the way. Like,
as a girl, she just looks like kind of rebellious. As a dude, he looks like he's probably like a mid-boss.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see. Full on mohawk. That's a nice one, actually.
With some stuff in it, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, this one...
Stargate character?
Yeah, he looks like a Stargate character. Covering your eyes completely with hair.
That was just Super Saiyan down there.
Yeah, give us a second. We'll get to that one. There's a lot of weird ones.
That's a Naruto of some sort.
Very edge. A lot of these are pretty edgy, to be honest. But
some of these are just the same as the girl ones.
Yeah.
Largely.
Some of them are really bad too, to be honest. I hate this hairstyle. Like with most of my being, I gotta be honest.
It would look fine on the right person if they were confident about it and had a good like facial structure for it.
Maybe. This I think is just the wavy from the female side, but they gave the option to males.
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of it's just in here. And
there we go.
You used to have to work for this, by the way. This used to be a hairstyle that you could
just
only
give
get.
It to people.
You could only get if you did a certain quest line. And it was like super difficult and super long, and then a cat would give you the option to just have an afro. Well, and it's like, they took away the work that you had to do to get that.
Usually that's just what happens to some types of hair. It's natural.
And then literally, this is just, this is intentional.
That you should have to work for.
This is literally intentional Super Saiyan.
That one you should have to go through a fucking quest for
because was a joke.
You have to train for this.
Clearly this one was just, a fucking joke. And they want you to be able to do it. Oh, I'm not gonna...
Yeah, don't mess with the colors.
Yeah, it shouldn't mess with the colors. Okay, so then we go back to female. And I believe her eyes are correct still? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make absolutely sure that didn't change anything, because sometimes the male stuff will have more options or less options than the female ones do.
It's annoying.
It's a little bit. So now we got to work on the voice. There are 2 pages worth of voices. Typically what I wind up doing with these is that I just mash play voice until I get a good feel for the voice. So...
It's a little more quiet than I'd like. I mean, that's on
or
our
we could
end.
turn it up. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, that's just us. Oh, I mean, these are all gonna sound generic. Because they can't sound too distinct.
Like, what are you looking for? Like a deeper one, or...?
Slightly deeper than what you'd expect. Like, not super deep. Not that.
Not that.
None of these higher pitched ones.
That one's like really gooey. That was like a compa voice. Oops. You're gonna get a lot of the high pitched ones in here.
It makes sense. No. No. Some of these don't even sound like adults.
No, a lot of these are anime voice actors doing things.
That one sounds okay. I'll keep that one in mind.
Okay, that's 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
was that Pikachu?
Maybe? That sounds like they got the wrong kind of voice actor.
Yeah. Okay, let me hear. I think it was either 3 or 4. Okay, that and then 13. Okay, one of them is a little more dramatic than the other. I'm just wondering if I want her to be dramatic. Yeah, let's go with 3.
Okay, with 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep,
We're just
but
gonna
theatrical.
sit here playing with voices all day. Okay, so hairstyle set, clothing set, voice, skin tone, eye color, features, face, gender. What is her name?
I mean, traditionally she should be Hundera.
Okay, then we'll call her...
oh shit,
similar.
It gives you some fucking...
Yeah, it does.
Autocorrect.
Yeah, this is the Switch's typing system. I don't know why it's like this. Do you want her to be Hundera or Hundi or...
Or like Hundrea or something?
I don't want to do that one. Do you want to just be Hundera?
Just do Hundera.
Okay.
We'll come up with a real name for her eventually through the course of just
we wind up
as
just
her.
doing that somehow usually, yeah. So, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, okay. This is confusing as fuck.
What?
Hunting style determines which kinds of attacks and arts you can use. You can change your style in-game. This is do you want to play the game like a normal person, and everything else is do you want to play the game like a weirdo.
I don't know. You're going to be mostly the one playing.
I actually like the idea of styles. Greatsword is very, very injured by styles because they tend to take away a lot of your combos. They give you big attacks in exchange for your combos, but they do take a lot of your combos away. I'm going to start with Guild because it works okay. It's very generic. And they just want you to build, like, your starting one right here, so we're just going to do that. You've got Round Force, because they want us to pick 2 now. So it's we can do Round Force, which is a spin attack that slashes all targets surrounding you. During execution, you'll be invulnerable to monster attacks, making it an effective evasive technique as well. So you just do a big spin.
Right.
Absolute Evasion is you can dodge better. You do a corkscrew in midair, and all of the dodge is invulnerable, like 100%. And Escape Runner briefly stops stamina depletion while you run away from large monsters. And dashing while transporting items. This boost of adrenaline only lasts a short amount of time.
That one doesn't sound as useful.
Not super useful. So typically what I do would be this and this. I just realized that I didn't really read the other ones. I should probably read these real quick.
Yeah.
Basically, Guild style is the definitive style for members of the Hunter's Guild. Which means if you're a hunter, this is what you've been playing in every other game.
Right.
Allows for 2 hunter arts and has a versatile mix of attacks. It's great for adapting to any situation. Striker style is a relatively... Okay, it looked like there's not a space between A and relatively. It threw me off for a second. Simple to use style that lets you equip up to 3 hunter arts. And it's also easier to charge up the arts gauge. So the style is perfect for going heavy on arts.
You just want to be able to hit things.
Kind of, yeah. Do you want to just use as much damaging attacks as possible? Aerial style is unique for allowing you to use an aerial dodge to jump onto monsters and propel yourself high into the air. You can also launch yourself off of players and barrels. It's really good for mounting. It is Greatsword doesn't play aerial almost at all. It's not so good on Greatsword, honestly. I mean, it could be that people figured out how to use it later on, but I never did, and I hated it.
Okay.
Adept style is all about waiting until the last second to evade or guard your foe's attacks, which let you perform instant moves. It's difficult to pull off, but allows for devastating counterattacks.
That sounds like I'd suck at it.
If you can pull it off, Adept is actually the strongest skill set in this entire game.
Yeah, I can't
next
parry.
to Palico. Palico is actually better, in my opinion.
Okay.
But Adept is literally, hey, if you can parry, you just do instant attacks. And it's like super fucking good.
Yeah, I can't parry.
Valor style relies on sheathing to fill your gauge and enter a stronger, faster Valor state. Fill your gauge by using sheath concealing attacks.
Canceling.
Yeah, canceling. And avoid attacks with a sheathing stance. So that's sheath and unsheath hits, which you can do a lot with the Greatsword, but it turns the Greatsword into like a Monster Hunter 1 Greatsword, which I'm not as big a fan of.
Okay.
And Alchemy style is ideal for support. In addition to the equipping up to 3 Hunter Arts, or SP Hunter Arts, which are different, you can shake a special barrel to create alchemy items. Literally, you are given an item at all times that is labeled Alchemy Barrel, and you can use it every so often, and it'll just give you free items.
That's neat, but I feel like it would be hard.
It's cool, but it has its downsides.
Okay.
So we'll do it here. That's
So
the
they gave us
Burma or
clothes.
Burna armor, I think. I think it's Burna armor, if I'm not mistaken. Bherna. Burna.